Imagine a song so beautiful, so irresistible, that hearing it would make you willingly sail to your death. This was the power of the Sirens, mysterious creatures whose voices could pierce the hearts of even the bravest sailors. But one man dared to hear their song and live to tell the tale: Odysseus, the legendary king of Ithaca, whose wit would triumph where countless others had perished. The year was around 1200 BCE, and the great hero Odysseus was sailing home after the fall of Troy. His journey had already been fraught with dangers, from the man-eating Cyclops to the witch goddess Circe. But ahead lay perhaps his most cunning challenge: navigating past the island of the Sirens, creatures who appeared as beautiful women with wings, whose songs contained all the knowledge of the world. These weren't mere entertainers. The Sirens were deadly supernatural beings who knew every event that happened on Earth. Their voices could weave tales of such profound beauty and wisdom that no mortal could resist drawing closer to hear more. The shores of their island were littered with the bones of countless sailors who had steered their ships onto the rocky coast, enchanted by the Sirens' irresistible melodies. Before reaching the Sirens' island, Odysseus had received a warning from Circe, the enchantress who had become his ally. She revealed that while the Sirens' song contained the secrets of past and future, no mortal had ever heard it and lived. The choice seemed impossible: either avoid the song entirely or face certain death. But Odysseus, ever the strategist, devised an ingenious plan that would allow him to experience the forbidden melody while ensuring his survival. He gathered his loyal crew and shared his strategy. Taking a large block of beeswax, he divided it among his men, instructing them to plug their ears completely. This way, they would be immune to the Sirens' enchanting voices. But Odysseus himself would not take the wax. Instead, he ordered his men to bind him tightly to the ship's mast with heavy ropes. No matter what he might say or do under the influence of the Sirens' song, they were to ignore his pleas and keep rowing. As their ship approached the island, the air grew still. The water turned glass smooth, as if nature itself was holding its breath. Then, carried on the breeze, came the first notes of the Sirens' song. Their voices spoke of glory, of wisdom, of secrets so profound they could unlock the mysteries of existence. They knew of Odysseus's exploits at Troy, praising his valor and promising to share all the knowledge of the world. The song was more powerful than anything Odysseus had imagined. It spoke to his deepest desires: his thirst for knowledge, his pride, his yearning for recognition. He struggled against his bonds, crying out to his men to release him. His body strained against the ropes until they cut into his flesh. But his loyal crew, their ears filled with wax, rowed on steadily, just as he had commanded. The Sirens' voices grew more desperate as the ship passed their island. They offered Odysseus everything: divine knowledge, eternal fame, the secrets of the universe. But the ropes held firm, and his crew kept their course. Gradually, the voices faded, until they were lost in the wind and waves. Only then did the crew remove their wax plugs, and only then was Odysseus released from his bonds. This tale of the Sirens endures as one of the most powerful metaphors in mythology. It speaks to the eternal human struggle between desire and discipline, between the allure of the forbidden and the wisdom of restraint. Odysseus's solution wasn't to deny the existence of temptation, but to acknowledge his own vulnerability and take precautions against it. The story resonates deeply with human psychology. Like the Sirens' song, our greatest temptations often promise exactly what we most desire: knowledge, recognition, pleasure, power. And like Odysseus, we sometimes need to bind ourselves to our principles and rely on others to help us resist these temptations. In modern times, the image of the Sirens has permeated our culture. We speak of Siren songs when describing any dangerous but irresistible temptation, Their influence can be seen in literature, art, and music across the centuries. From ancient Greek pottery to contemporary literature, artists have been captivated by this tale of temptation and triumph. The genius of Odysseus lay not in being immune to temptation, but in understanding and accepting his human weakness. By choosing to hear the song while ensuring he couldn't act on its temptation, he demonstrated a profound understanding of human nature. He became the only mortal to hear the Sirens' song and survive, adding another remarkable chapter to his epic journey. This story reminds us that true wisdom often lies not in believing ourselves invulnerable, but in recognizing our limitations and planning accordingly. In a world full of modern-day sirens, from addictive technologies to dangerous impulses, the lesson of Odysseus remains as relevant as ever. Sometimes the greatest strength lies not in resistance alone, but in the wisdom to seek help and create safeguards against our own weaknesses. Through this tale, the ancient Greeks shared timeless wisdom about human nature, self-knowledge, and the importance of planning ahead when facing temptation. They understood that even the greatest heroes aren't immune to desire, but with wisdom, preparation, and trust in others, we can navigate past our greatest challenges, just as Odysseus sailed past the Sirens.